You are Vlad, and I'm the beautiful community. Now, we are going to talk 2022-2023 style Kremlin dynamics. What has happened to Mr. Lavrov, who seems to have disappeared? And there are rumors permeating the internet about what's happened. We're going to look at that, but also give us a bit of wider perspective about the dynamics of the Putin regime. 97.342% of the time, beautiful community, I talk to you, especially just on the chat channel. We talk impromptu. But from time to time, I like to write something out for us, partly because it gives us an opportunity to get through more substance in a shorter period of time, but partly because not today, but 5 years from now, it'll be more important than ever to follow the voices that help you narrate the political world across platforms, because we are going to get a little bit of political pressure around speech in the West as ex-conservative post-truth authoritarianism rises. So no need to go over now, but those of you who are keen to just jump to the link below on Substack to get connected there too. Are you ready? Mr. Lavrov is a walking ethical disaster. And more on that in a moment. But first, where is he? If you have misty optics, you can't be optimistic. Oh, see what you've written clearly. Let's go. But where is Lavrov? Because there are rumors that Putin has sidelined him. And is that just a heap of beans in the pro-Ukrainian internet, or could there be something to it? Now, let's say a few words about Lavrov's absence. Lavrov skipped Putin's latest Security Council meeting, and the Business Daily Commerçant has said that he was consensually absent, according to undisclosed sources of theirs. He's also no longer expected to lead Russia's delegation to the G20. The FT reported that the Trump-Putin meeting in Budapest was shelved after a tense phone call between Lavrov and Rubio. And Telegram gossip claims that Putin had a serious conversation with Lavrov after. Meanwhile, Mr. Peskov, Putin's spokesperson, insists that none of this is true and that Mr. Lavrov will continue to serve as foreign minister. Lavrov the entrepreneur. Lavrov isn't one of the mystics in Putin's circle who half believe that Putin propels Russia to its historical destiny by methods inscrutable to the empirical eye. He's a political entrepreneur and a transactional liar. He knows that the war is wrong, and he knows that it's not just wrong ethically, but strategically. He knows it screws Russia's medium-term future. He knows he's no longer a diplomat. He knows he is no longer a professional politician. He knows he's a front man for a kind of weird hybrid gangster state. Lavrov has been foreign minister since 2004, and he has survived this long by choosing power over conviction and, this is a very toxic choice, comfort over sanity. And it's not just psychologically, it's also physiologically toxic to constantly be in a situation of no transparency, right? Imagine you're in a very difficult family dynamic and you constantly have to say something that you know does not represent what you think or feel on the inside. It's very, very toxic to be in a job where there is that kind of a gap. And so he's choosing comfort, paradoxically, over sanity. Now, there are rumors of Lavrov wanting to quit that have circulated around for a decade. And he has wanted to stop. What we don't know is how hard he tried, or at least I don't know, and how firmly the Kremlin blocked him. But overall, the Putinist system is a submarine. You can't just get off at will. Kremlin opacity. The Putin regime has sealed off the hatches since 2020, and even more so since 2022. Those who once had partial access have lost it. So it used to be possible to ask somebody, who would ask somebody who had some kind of an insight. We got much less of that, right? I mean, the people who are the most admired commentators on the topic of what the hell is going on in the Kremlin haven't got a clue about what's going on in the Kremlin. So we have much less access. Indeed, the regime is even closed off to itself. The system runs on monarchical secrecy. Lower and middle-ranking insiders are kept in the dark about the regime's intentions. And the regime weaponizes their uncertainty and uses it to unsettle us in the West. We get unsettled if middle-ranking folks in the regime suddenly go around saying something that's very disturbing about what Putin might do next, which isn't true, but is something that they themselves have been led to believe could happen. And that is part of, and we did a main channel video about this a while ago, Putin's red line rhetoric, which is a kind of a tool of post-truth manipulation for the most part. Kremlin machinations. The simplest explanation for Lavrov's absence is that he's ill. But let's imagine that there is politics behind it. Could the rumors be true that he mishandled his tone with Rubio? There is no question of Lavrov pushing his own agenda. He doesn't have his own agenda. But it's possible he followed Putin's line too literally, or he let self-loathing and resentment, he really hates himself, get the better of him. And part of the reason he's so irritable is because he has a very high degree of self-loathing. He may have missed the balance Putin wanted, to stretch time, to lure Trump into a maze of talks about talks, sound elusive, ingratiatory, ambiguous. Soon after, Mr. Dmitriev was dispatched to Washington to smooth things over, debatably, as a sign that the foreign ministry had overplayed its part. If so, the ministry, which is now largely a powerless shell, may feel it is a victim of its own obedience. Still, Mr. Putin prizes loyalty above competence. His elites stand out for being a kind of world-beating combination of ethical inadequacy and loyalty. Lavrov's forbidden fantasy. Lavrov probably doesn't need to worry about Windows because of what we just said. But he nurses a forbidden fantasy to leave his post and be free. In Putin's Russia, unilateral action on that dream can make Windows relevant again. And so Mr. Lavrov is stuck. In a way, we could say that I think there's a part of Lavrov that would welcome a significant health issue that could act as a legitimate reason to step down. Talk soon, lots of love.